Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lashanya. If you're new here, welcome, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you're a low subscriber, you already know the drill. So today we have my best friend Yesenia.
Hello.
I decided that I want to do a video on high school versus college. I literally always get this question all the time. Do you remember what you looked like in high school?
Fat. I wasn't heard yellow.
We both graduated from high school in 2016. That sounds like so long ago. We started high school in 2012.
Yeah.
That's nuts. I graduated from Temple University. I studied biology.
And I'm currently a VCU student. I'm a senior graduating in May, and I'm majoring in health science with a minor in psychology.
We have some tea to spill, some wisdom to give, okay? Before we start, I kind of want to show what we look like in high school because I think that would be cute.
Oh my god, I was mad
so
cute.
You're mad cute. I don't remember half of these people. You get any superlatives?
No.
I got runner-up for most unforgettable.
Wow.
That's on what? Period. Then I got celebrity lookalike for Keke Palmer. I fell. Child. We relatively went to both big schools that are like similar size. We have similar. I think your campus is probably bigger than my campus actually.
Maybe.
Just a little bit. So so you guys are gonna get like two types of
Perspective.
For academics, I think in high school, it's all about regurgitating the information that they give you. I feel like college is more of actually how can you apply the information that they're giving you.
From my experience, I think in college versus high school, it was more of like foundational work that I was going to use in college. But college is also a little bit foundational as well if you want to go into like a master's degree or a graduate degree as well.
For me personally, I don't think anything I learned in high school mattered when I got to college. It really depends on what you're studying, because my first year of college I was taking chemistries and stuff like that. I didn't really have that much foundation like that in high school. Like most of my classes are science classes, so there was nothing in high school, and I opted out of taking physics like a dumbass. But in high school you have to take all of your sciences, you have to take your histories no matter what. Where in college you have the opportunity to concentrate in one thing. I never had to take any type of history classes unless I wanted to. Like kind of science could be a little bit history in it, but like you know what I mean, like Lewis and Clark type shit. So in college you get the opportunity to choose the classes you want to take, and you have full dictation over that. Coming out of high school, you'll think like you could get in trouble for any little thing, and it's just like
it's on you.
When you hit, I think freshman year I was nervous. Like I was like, I don't want to get my teacher mad, all this stuff. Then sophomore year hit, and I was just like, pause. I'm the one paying for this. I think that's a sad thing, unfortunately, that they instill in us as kids, like to not want to speak up to like teachers and stuff like that because you don't want to get in trouble about certain things. In college, if you feel like there's something wrong, you are paying for that course. You're technically paying for that teacher to be there. So speak
you get
up.
To ask all of those questions.
Ask every single questions that make you uncomfortable.
All of them. Email them. Go to those office hours. Do as much as you need to pass those classes and learn as much as you can, because you are paying that money out of your pocket.
And
it's not those
cheap.
Taxes that are from public schools that you go. No, it's out of your money, like out of your pocket that you're paying for these things.
Yeah, speak up. Luckily for us, we've been friends since 7th grade.
Like, oh my god, how many years? Like 8 years?
I think that's well over 8 years. She stuck with me till death at this point.
She's stuck. I will kill her if she leaves me.
My little brother is now in high school. I'm like, listen, like you're gonna go through your fake friends until you find your real friends.
I was pretty immature, and I feel like any little thing that would make me angry, we would fall off with I would fall off with friendships. So like there would be really big blowouts. But I think the older that I get and the more mature that I get, I realized that I don't know. I wouldn't consider them fake friendships, but it was just friendships that were real at the moment and then ended. You know, it's like, okay, that's it. We moved off from each other. Things happen. Life happens. I went off to college. Other people went to college. We found different interests, and we figured that we were better separate. Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that, because at the end of the day, there's some friendships that will end in high school, and you're just like, that's fine. Not because it ends terribly in high school, you'll never talk to that person again. That just means it's time for your path to split up, and if it's meant to be, you guys will come back and be cool again. There are some friends that you'll have and you'll never see again, and it's fine, and that's okay. Wish them well and keep going. Don't block your blessings being a hater.
Let's talk about relationships now. Romantic. I feel like I can't even talk about this because romance didn't even exist in high school for me. I'm gonna let you take this one.
High school relationships are cute. You know, that's puppy love. You know, you think like he breaks my heart, it's like over, we're gonna like, no. At the moment, he's your world. That's all I have to say at the moment. But if you guys break up, like, it's not the end of the world. Me personally, I did take my first breakup really hard. Like Yesenia was with me that entire time. I don't even think I got over him until freshman year of college.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, again, just like platonic friendships, wish them well, don't block your blessings hating, and move forward. And it's crazy now because we're friends. We just became friends after we both recently graduated from college. So like, you never know. Like, life really is a mystery. Like, there's some people that you'll break up with and never think, like, I don't even want to see him in a damn gas station. Like, you know, I don't want to see you at Walmart. I want to see
my dream.
Not even in my dream. I don't want to look. Oh, you like it's just like, there's some people that you'll never want to see again. But reality, especially if you move back home, you're probably gonna link up with them. Everyone in high school is just like, oh, I can't wait to go to college so I can talk to college boys. Sis, they're worse. Especially your freshman year of college, people are rarely looking for a relationship right off the bat. Like, rarely, in my opinion. Like,
in your experience.
In my opinion, in my experience at Temple University, my freshman year of college, nobody was looking for a wife. Well, I'm the first guy I talked to. I done planned our kids' names, white picket fence, what our dog name, where we living. Like, that is not happening.
It hits you real quick.
Very quick. Do not romanticize college boys. And it's not like high school relationships where you have to ask your mom, can he come over? Can I go to the movies with Johnny? Like,
you're a grown woman.
You a grown woman. Cute grown woman Beyonce. You are your own authority. So just like, you actually get to explore more with that person. So
it's fun though, but you just learn a lot.
Learned a lot.
You learn a lot.
I've been learning the same lesson a lot of times.
Family relationships.
Family relationships. I feel like in high school, like, you know your family are there, you live with them, you're like, okay, that's my mom, that's my dad, like, whatever. But when you hit college and like, you realize real things, like, mommy is not cooking you breakfast, lunch, and dinner no more. You type hungry, now you eating ramen with chicken wings. Your meals don't make no sense. Like, you start to miss home a little bit. Believe it or not, you appreciate your parents when certain things happen, like hunger.
I think also, like, going to college, especially like far away, you have to put a lot more effort into keeping up your family relationships. Like, I have to call my mom more often, call my dad, call my siblings more often to just keep that up. And because I love them too, so it's like, it's easier when you're just home seeing them all the time.
Yeah.
But like, now I have to call and check in, like, how was your day? How are you doing? Like, it takes a lot more effort to keep up those relationships.
And then for me, I feel like going away to college made me closer to my mom, because she became my best friend. I'm like, these bitches are fake mommy, so you ain't gonna tell my secrets, so what's up? In high school, we tend to forget that, like, our parents were young too. Like, they experienced certain stuff too. Like, when you're going through stuff, like, your first instinct is to call your friend. But honestly, when you get older, it's like, call your mom. Like, chances are she done deal with a trash boyfriend before. Chances are she done deal with fake ass friends before.
A really big thing that there's a big transition from high school and college is like the idea of being an adult. So before in high school, I'm like, I can't wait to have my own house, my own kids, my own everything.
What age did you think you'll have all of that by?
I was probably thinking like 25.
Yeah, I was just like, when I'm 23, I'm gonna be living my best life.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, I gotta work and go to college at the same time. Like,
I got student loans. Like,
yes, and it's like, now I have to pay attention to like having a savings account, having financial budgets, having planning out 10 years in my future of what I really want, actually, like, being smart about it. Like, I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna have my own house by 23. Like, that's just
goofy.
It's not gonna. It could happen, but it's not the reality.
God
it's just
willing.
like, a lot of times, just we're in a whole panoramic.
In high school, you don't have to think about that. In high school, you gotta think about what time the bus comes, and when you're getting on, and when you're getting off. Do you have sports to do?
What's your homework?
Homework in college is way more intense than your homework in high school. Homework in high school, you get that shit done in 35 minutes. Bruh, homework in college is a different
arena.
A different arena. That's a great word. Building brand new long-lasting relationships. So in my other video, I kind of talked about this on why I chose Temple. That video, I'll talk about it a little bit. But in high school, most likely the friends that you have or the friends that you had in middle school and possibly even elementary school. College, you don't know these people. They don't know you, which is awesome because you get to rewrite your story. Say you were a weirdo in high school. It's okay, admit it. Nobody knows who you were in college. Like in college, when you meet them new people, they don't know who, if you were the weirdo that kept farting that smelled like onions in 6th grade. Nobody knows about that. You were outside a little, on these streets a little more. You know, in high school, nobody knows that you were out on these highways and interstates. You could rewrite your whole story. Walk in, say you're a virgin. Have to actually introduce yourself to meet new people and like get around.
Since they're so close to you, like in high school, like you can just speak to them easily, readily available. In college, like you might just have one class with this person that you really want to build a good friendship with.
Yeah.
And it takes more time and effort. Like you have to constantly like hit them up like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? What are you doing today? Like it's not, it's just like, I'm gonna see them tomorrow because we're in the same class. It's like, no, you have to really cultivate that relationship if you really want it.
Right. You have to go out together, go get lunch together, possibly party together, have experiences like that. Going to parties too, that builds relationships with like friends. You kind of know, is this girl gonna leave me in the middle of North Philly by myself to fend, or is she gonna walk home with me? Like, you know, like you start building, you go through trials and tribulations in college to realize who your friends are. Because the classes are smaller in high school, teachers are able to build a stronger relationship with their students, and that's a good thing to take advantage of, especially when you want to write, you want letter recommendations and stuff like that. Definitely. But for me, the type of classes I had were 100 to 200 student lecture halls. The only way to build a relationship with those professors is if I was literally up their asshole. Professors care less than teachers. Teachers are more prone to remind you like, hey, Suzanne, your paper is due the 26th. I still haven't gotten it. College, you got a 0. Especially if you didn't like, hey, Professor Ogilvy, I don't have time to do this little big paper. Like, is it possible that I can have an extension? If you don't say nothing, you got a 0.
You definitely have to cultivate that relationship with that professor if you do want a letter rec, and if you see that they can give you a really good one, you have to cultivate that. Like for one of my biology professors, even though I changed my major, like I would have to go to his office hours constantly. He would always offer opportunities to volunteer, and I would go on them just because I knew I purposely wanted to cultivate that relationship just so I could have a letter recommendation, which is important because it's like you don't you see them all the time in high school. Like you're like, they get to know you.
See them in the hallway.
You're like, hey, professor. Hey, teacher. Whatever the heck. And you get to build that by just those little things in high school versus in college. You have this professor maybe once or twice a week.
They you don't see them in the hallway.
You don't even know them. 300 person class, like they just grade. They don't even know your name. They put a grade on your assignment.
A number.
That's it.
Literally your number. I feel like that is really the core things of the difference between high school and college. Is a complete different arena, complete different ball game, different league. College isn't for everyone, but I feel like it's an amazing experience to have. It's undergrad is the best 4 years that you could have. Like, and I feel like undergrad is when you make it, because my first semester of college I was just in my room. I didn't want to talk to no one, and now that I'm older I'm like, why the hell wasn't I outside on these streets? You have to get out of your shell, and there is going to be a large transition between high school and college, but at the end of the day, the awesome thing about the transition between high school and college and college to the real world is that high school to college, there's people kind of transitioning with you to that next step. So everyone's going in like, okay, who are you? It's like the freaking Spider-Man meme. You guys are all going to be going through that at the same time, and I think it's awesome because I still have friends from freshman year. Do you?
Yeah, I loved college. College has been one of my favorite experiences. I got to learn more about myself. I cultivated who I really wanted to become. I found spaces that I felt comfortable in. It's just, it's a learning experience into adulting. I'm
a complete different girl than I was in high school. I don't even know who I was in high school.
She was cute, but we like this girl too.
I like
this
girl.
one. I like that one too, but I like this one too.
Yeah. So that was it for this video, guys. I hope that you guys were able to gain some type of insight to what it's like between this transition, and I hope this was helpful. And yeah, I think that was really it. Have a good day, happy day, have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys in my next video.